Hi everyone and welcome to episode 61 of United City Randomiser. So the last couple of games, which I was hoping for a bit of an upturn in form, you can see previous to that we weren't very good. We did achieve what I was hoping for, which was 3 wins in a row against a couple of sides that were in the low part of the division and Hamburg that were a bit more challenging to say the least in terms of their league position, but actually we played really well on that particular game, and 3-1 wins in a row mean that now we currently sit in 5th place in the division. We've moved up a couple of spots. We're in the Europa League spot at the moment with 3 points off the couple of teams ahead of us and another couple of points ahead by Leverkusen in second. So there's plenty to play for in the last few games of the season. You can see that we've got 7 games left. We've also got our cup game, and that's the game that we're going to focus on today. We've got the German Cup quarter-final against Augsburg. They're in the Bundesliga 2. We picked the only Bundesliga 2 side left in the competition for our opponent in this round, which is really helpful to us, I would suggest. So I would hope that we would go through comfortably. With that in mind, the team that we're going to be putting out is our sort of second string, although I rotate them quite heavily, so they've all got a decent amount of games. I mean, let's go and have a look at Mount, for example. If we go in and have a look at him, then we can see that he's played 14 times for us this season. His opposite number would be Gravenberch in terms of that position, in terms of who takes it, and he's played 25. So you can see that even though we do have a first and second string 11, they're both getting reasonable amounts of game time. So this is the side for today. Unbehauen in goal, Klunter at right back, De Silva at left back, De Nilsson and Kempf in centre of defence, Saiki is the deep lying playmaker, Bischler as the support central midfield role, Mount as the attacking Metzala, Schweiger on the right, Meyer on the left and Petrella up top, with the bench of Gimber, Breyer, DiMarco, Stefano, Gundogdu, Wilson and Rollheiser. So everybody's fit and healthy, which is really positive. You can see right the way through our squad. We've got a couple of slight match sharpness issues, but other than that, everybody's in decent condition, so that shouldn't be an issue today. In terms of everything else, there isn't much else to say. As I say, we've got 3 decent wins. We're sitting 5th in the table. We're out the Champions League, unfortunately, having lost narrowly to PSG, which was unfortunate, but I guess really not that surprising in the end, although I thought we did okay. Finances are good. Players are contributing well. We're on a decent run of form, so hopefully that can continue in the next few games. What have we got coming up? We've got tough couple of games. The likes of Bayer Leverkusen, who currently sit in second place, is our next Bundesliga game, so that's going to be challenging, isn't it? So after this particular quarter-final, depends where our semi and how far we get in the competition, whether our semi-final and our final get added to this fixture list or not. But that will depend on where we play our games in the episodes. But I will probably focus on the Cup more than the League a little bit, just because we don't normally get this late into the Cup competition, and it'd be nice to win something, wouldn't it? So anyway, future episodes, we'll figure them out as we go. Today is Augsburg in the Cup competition, so let's get into today's game and see what happens. So you can see that Augsburg are going to be playing quite a defensive 5-4-1 formation. I suspect they're going to be quite difficult to break down, so we're going to have to use a lot of our patient build-up style of possession play to see if we can do that in the first half specifically. If it's not working for any reason, we can always change it up in the second half. But yeah, it looks like they're going to try and be defensively solid. So we're going to have to be positive on this occasion. We're playing a lower division side, so I expect nothing but a win from this to keep our run going. That's what I'm going to say. Didn't really get much reaction, but they're all listening, which is fine. So let's get into the game. So we're at home as we come out into the big stadium that we have that's not really being filled as much as I'd like, but it's doing okay. We're getting a fairly regular turnout, I think, of in the 40,000s, which is really fine, but we do have a very big stadium. So here's an opportunity for them on the free kick, and it went just over the top of the bar. I think if it had dipped under the bar, the goalkeeper might have struggled a little bit there, but it didn't, so that's a positive start. So Klunter on the throw-in for us, throws the ball long into the box, but it's partially cleared back to Klunter, but they pick up the loose ball. Nyberg was their lone striker, and he picked up the ball in so much space and has been able to turn and charge at our defence. and it was a really disappointing thing that we didn't get anybody close enough to him early in that run to be able to close him down and stop the momentum. But here we come again. You can see that we had another throw in on the right. Schweiger with the ball takes it out wide left to Meyer, who's far left but crosses deep. And the attempt from Schweiger, I think, but the goalkeeper just about got his hands on the ball, kept it out on the goal line, and then collected the ball afterwards. So a decent opportunity, but it was a very drifty, long cross and didn't quite have any power on it at the end for Schweiger to direct the ball towards a goal in any better way. But, you know, we're doing okay, I would say. Nothing more than that at the moment. You can see possession stats are in their favour, which I'm really quite surprised by, a bit disappointed by. We're also lower than them in terms of shots and shots on target, but here's an opportunity for Mount to get a ball in. Brilliant free kick from him, just dinked it over the top of the defence for an on-running Bischler to come in and poke the ball home, and we take a 1-0 lead literally just before half-time, which is very good timing. We can be a bit more positive in the team talk at half-time than we maybe would have been had we not have picked up that goal. But yeah, lovely little dink free kick over the top by Mount. Very impressed by him this season. Whenever he's played, he's done well, and he's also our top goal scorer this season so far from midfield, which is a bit disappointing in terms of what the likes of Jovic have been doing, but very encouraging from him. So I think we should encourage the team, suggests our assistant manager. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to let him do that. And we're just going to go straight back into the game because we've got no fitness issues at this point. So try and keep the momentum after half-time and keep possession of the ball, make them chase shadows a little bit, hopefully draw them out of their defensive formation a little bit, and see if we can pick off a bit of space here and there. I suspect what's more likely to happen is it's going to be a bit more of a tight game where not much space occurs and we just have to hang on a little bit to what we've got, maybe. Oh, there's a mistake by the defender. It was a decent cross in, but it was a little bit aimless. It was hoping to get to Meyer, I think, on the left-hand side. If we watch it here, you can see Meyer at the bottom of the screen in the penalty area, and they're both offside. That's such a shame because they gifted us a goal for Petrella to poke the ball home. But, you know, there you go. That's what happens occasionally in football. It doesn't always run for you. 67 minutes, right on the edge. Well, Nyberg, right on the edge of the penalty box for their free kick. I don't know who gave the free kick away. We didn't see that particular bit of the highlight. But what an amazing free kick that was, to get it over the wall and into a position where the goalkeeper couldn't get it in one go from that sort of distance was quite something. So it's time to make some changes. We've got a couple of yellow cards, but they're okay to stay because Mount's doing very well and the other one's our goalkeeper, so that's fine. We've got a motivated right back, a couple of calm players, but everybody else is in composed position. So we're going to take Petrella off because he, once again, isn't quite lighting the place up. I hope that he'll get a better start next season when he comes into the side a little bit, and just see if the brand new season, having been here for half a year, will help him. There's no real reason to change anybody in terms of fitness, so I'm going to be a bit more attack-minded in my substitutions and just take off the two wide guys who haven't really done a great deal either, and that will just hopefully give us a bit of fresh impetus up front if we can get the ball to some of our attacking players. You can see that Augsburg have had one or two issues with their conditioning. That was a decent shot from Mount, but it was from a fair distance, and Herzog, the goalkeeper, didn't really get troubled at all, really. And they clear out for a continuation of the highlight, and they've kept the ball nicely. But Rollheiser gets his foot in, out to Gundogdu. Can we make something of it? Through to Rollheiser on the half volley. Brilliant shot from Rollheiser. You saw him get the foot in just in the middle of their defensive area, and the ball went out wide to Gundogdu. Here's the foot in. Brilliant. The central midfielder didn't even see him coming, I don't think, or whoever it was that was on that particular ball at the time. And it was a lovely little dink cross from Gundogdu onto the far side where Rollheiser, having won the ball, had run through and then powered the ball home, which was very nice. And that leaves us comfortable, I would suggest. Have Augsburg got another opportunity in there to get something from the game? I hope not, but I think we've just about done enough. after that lovely free kick of theirs to even it up, we've found ourselves with an opportunity to take the win. A good build-up play through the team here, and then the final whistle goes, and that's it. It was kind of a little bit of a nothing game, wasn't it, really? There was one or two opportunities for both sides, but it didn't really light the place up. 50-50 possession, which is a bit disappointing. We should have done more with our possession whilst we were at home. But having said all of that, what can you do other than be positive and just say it's a very nice win, well done, because we're through in the cup competition, and that takes us through to the semi-final of the cup for the first time, and that's a really encouraging thing. It gives us a real opportunity to hopefully win some silverware. We'll just fast forward a little bit and see who we get for the next round, and then we'll talk about what to do next episode. So here we go for the semi-final draw. What you can see is we've got three decent sides against us in the semi-final stage. We've got Schalke, we've got Hoffenheim, and we've got Bayern. Obviously, we'd like to avoid Bayern if possible and get either Schalke or Hoffenheim just to give us a chance of getting through to the final. But let's draw each of these teams individually and see which one we get. So the first one out is Hoffenheim. So will this be us? It won't, but they get Bayern, so that's good. So we end up with Schalke, and we play the game away from home. I don't think it's a double leg, but I don't actually know because I've never got this far in the German Cup competition. But we'll treat it as one-off game until we're told otherwise. And so Schalke are away from home. Bayern are away at Hoffenheim, and those are the two German Cup semi-finals. So, yeah, that's really encouraging. What does it say? Does it say anything about first and second leg? No, I think it's just a one-off game. So, tough game. Where are Schalke in the division? Let's have a look and just check that out. Schalke directly below us in the league. 5th and 6th play each other. And then Hoffenheim in 4th play first place Bayern. So, two really good cup semi-finals. We'll see how we get on. Where does that place in terms of our calendar? Oh, perfectly, I would suggest. So, we'll play a couple of games in the Bundesliga, and then we'll come back and we will, in the next episode, play our semi-final of the cup competition. As I say, it's worth focusing on the cup a little bit just because we've got an opportunity late in the competition to win it. So let's give that a good go, and I'll keep you up to date with what's happening in the Bundesliga. In terms of what I'm hoping for, if we can again creep into the top 4 and get a Champions League spot for next season through the league, I'll be very happy with that. If we don't, well, we'll have to go with it. But my intention is to try and go on a decent run and hopefully get a positive result against the likes of Bayer Leverkusen and Hoffenheim. I think are coming up soon as well, aren't they? No, I misread that one. But anyway, whoever it is that we've got coming up, hopefully we'll get some decent results, maintain a decent league position, and try and get into the Champions League spot. So that'll do it for this particular episode. Hope you enjoyed the cup run. Let's see if we can finish it off with some silverware. But until next time, if you're enjoying the series, why not chuck a like, subscribe on the channel, should I say. It helps to keep you up to date with the videos. If you enjoyed the episode, why not chuck a like on the episode, and that helps me to get seen by other people, which is really important. But until next time, if you're playing Football Manager yourself, let me know how you're getting on with the save that you're running in the comments below. It's always interesting to hear other people's story. But until next time, take care of yourselves. I will see you soon, and bye for now. Thanks very much for watching this episode of the United City Randomiser save. If you enjoyed the video, then why not click on the like button, as that would really help me. If you think you know anyone who would really enjoy my Football Manager content, then feel free to share this with them. But most importantly, if you would like to join my United City here on YouTube, then hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with my video releases. If you have anything you want to say about the United City save or the channel itself, then feel free to leave a comment below, but please try and be nice with each other. That'll do for today, so until next time, stay happy and healthy, and I will see you soon.